Nick, 3-0 winner to tonight. I imagine that's exactly the way you wanted to bounce back after last week's loss on the road.
Yeah, certainly. The important thing is, look, last week hurt. I said when I first started, look, we're going to have ups and we're going to have downs, and last week was a bit of a down. I've been here, 6 games now, and I'm learning a lot about the group, and in fact, we just got to find a way. One of the things I said when we walked through the door was we've got to find a way, and that's what we're trying to do, and finding a way to get the best out of the group. And what a way to sort of bounce back at home, last home game here. So it was a fantastic response, really.
A couple of changes to the lineup at the start, as well as a slight change in the formation. Was that as a result of the way things went at the start of last week's game? Yeah,
well, we had a disappointment last week. So young Noah Smith was due to start last week and then dropped out of the preparation, which was disappointing. So we made a late change there. But this week was all about, and again, since I've been here, it's all about us and what we do and how we impact what we're all about and affect the opposition. And we changed the system this week. We worked really, really hard on closing the distances between the units and each other. Just getting back to basics, if you like. There's a little bit more detail in that, but we did it really well. And look, we worked really, really hard. The lads, one or two were saying it's hard graft at half time, but that's what it's all about. If you want to be successful, you want to win football games, you've got to work hard. And it's trying to instill that in the lads, but they showed some, to be honest, at times they've shown a lot of grit and resilience while I've been here, and they definitely showed a lot of grit and resilience today.
The penalty in the second half, bit of a controversial moment. What did you make of the decision?
Yeah, look, I thought what Hennes does really, really well, apart from obviously his work rate, and fantastic goal in the first half from Hennes just to swivel and hit it in the near post there. But what Hennes does really, really well is use his body, knows how to use his body, get his body between the man and the ball. And to do that inside the area, I felt there was slight contact maybe on his right-hand side. And look, it's a dangerous one for defenders. He just got too tight to him, really. And he obviously, like he swiveled for the first goal, he was trying to swivel and use his body really, really well in the area. But look, controversial. It doesn't really matter. We sort of were deserving of it, really.
3 wins from 3 here for yourself at Moreton Daly Stadium, or KFC, sorry. You're not really enjoying playing up here in Redcliffe? Yeah, we're trying to get the game moved from Wellington next week to come and play here. We're going to give them a call this week and see what they say. But yeah, no, listen, it's always pleasing, and I think. Look, when I walk through I said it, keep saying it, but we've got the players we've got, and we're trying to make the most of what we've got, and there is some quality in there, and we're just trying to harness it, and I think if you want to be successful, your home games are crucial. But what's really important, and we haven't done it yet, is back it up. And we've got to back it up, and we're more than capable. But I suppose that's why we are where we are, and we're not the only team. I said before, we're striving for that consistency, but everybody is as well. But look, we're hoping for a late push and see what happens. And like I said, we'll give it everything we've got.
So 3 wins from 3 here in your tenure at Carrier Stadium.
Yep.
Is there something about this ground and obviously the fans behind you in this environment that really spurs on the team? Is it sort of almost like that 12th man? Yeah, there could be that. There could be that. There might also be that bounce back scenario when we've come off the back of a defeat or whatever it might be. But the fans here have been really, really good. That the first game we had, there was a great atmosphere against Perth, I remember, and we sort of got to the 85th minute and they become a little bit louder. It was almost like they felt that we could win the game, and that was really good. But the crowd really helped, and there was a contingent that followed us over at Central Mariners last week, and I felt for them. Look, it was a disappointing performance, but we had some numbers there in the crowd, and they were non-stop. They were really vocal, and but definitely at home you've got that more vocal support, and it does help the lads. It helps spur them on. And look, it's a bit cooler tonight as well, which has been a good thing. Not to look past Wellington next week, it's an important game, but 2 weeks' time, Suncorp Stadium, big game against Sydney FC. With the change in venue and obviously the occasion, is that something that the boys are looking at towards, or is it just cliche one game at a time?
100%. Look, I don't want to be boring on it really, but like Sydney's not for me at the moment. It's the next game, and it always is. We spoke about. We put a few things to bed on Tuesday when we came in about last week, and last week's gone. Like you can't dwell on things in football. The disappointing thing is whether you win or lose in football, you want that game to come pretty quickly, and we've had to wait a week for it. But our focus from now is on Wellington next week, and when we get to the Sydney, in response to the atmosphere, I think it does help, like your smaller stadiums when the fans are close to the ground. And look, I'm from the UK, and I've been around like the Championship, League One, League Two, and the stadiums, the smaller stadiums, really do help drive the lads on. With the vocal support. But let's concentrate on Wellington next week.
Well, we'll talk about Wellington. Obviously, eighth. You've jumped into eighth place in the ladder for the moment. Obviously, I can't understand enough. A big game next week against Wellington. Do you feel as though is that word finals football? Is that still in the talk or?
Not really. It's just about the next game. Like when we spoke, Adam, from the Perth game, the league table really doesn't matter until the last game. And the focus really has got to be on the next game, and let's see if we can just go and back that up, because if we can start backing up some home wins, then we're going to be talking about obviously what next. But the main thing is now we enjoy that this weekend, and then we go and back it up next week.
Just quickly ask, first off for Stepovic, he's been knocking on the door for the last couple of weeks. Must be really pleasing for him to get.
Yeah, look, it's his fifth start for me, and he's had chances, he's had moments, and it's frustrating from his point of view. And we spoke about a couple of little bits of his parts of his game. It's not all. Striker's job is not just to score goals; it's to bring others into play and look after the ball. And I thought that was probably his best performance for us. Look, he came here and he wasn't fit, and he wasn't the only one, but he's getting conditioned to it now, and hopefully that goal there spurs him on to go and grab another 4, 5, 6 goals towards the back end of the season for us.
Just one more question for me. Obviously, you've pretty much got a full squad to choose from. Any update on Robbie Cruz, where he's at as far as, whether he will be available for selection soon? So
Robbie had his knee flushed out, and he's working hard with the physios currently to get back to fitness. When that will be, I'm not too sure at the moment. I can only work with what I've got in front of me at the moment. So it's great to see Joe Knowles back out there, and the guidance was he'd be available for 15-20 minutes today, and he worked really hard for us. And same with Carlo when he came on, and that's what we want. It's always disappointing when you're not starting games, but it's about the squad and it's about being together, and I'm trying to give everybody an opportunity, but we're also trying to win football games as well.